Good afternoon, SLU. I'm Kareem Johnson with your SLU News 22 News Brief for December 4th, 2008. Topping campus news today, the University News reports that the SGA Town Hall meeting and SGA meeting afterward regarding the changes to the structure and representation of SGA was a heated one. Last night, over 100 students and staff and alumni packed into BSC 172 to discuss the proposed changes. You can read Matt Wilhelm's story in the University News on newsstands today. Prior to the Thanksgiving break on November 20th, SLU conducted an inaugural test of its emergency preparedness system, where text messages, emails, and phone messages were sent out to students as a way to contact them in case of emergency. Andrew Bush of the University News reports on that story. For those stories and others, you can go to unewsonline.com or pick up a paper from any of the newsstands around campus. In the local art scene, the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, headquartered in Grand Center, is adding 2 new faces to its staff. The 128-year-old orchestra hired Brett Dorhout as Vice President for Artistic Administration and Timothy Case as Vice President for Development. Dorhout comes from the Philadelphia Orchestra, where he serves as Artistic Administrator and Artistic Planning. Case directed individual giving at the Museum of Science and Natural History in Chicago. In national news, GM, Ford, and Chrysler are on Capitol Hill again, asking for a combined $34 billion in assistance. Missouri, for example, is ranked 13th in employing workers in the automotive sector, with 55,000 auto-related jobs and employing 11,000 auto assembly jobs, according to the Center for Automotive Research. Goldman Sachs says the impact of failure of the so-called Big Three could amount to as much as $1 trillion. In a recent CNN research poll of 1,100 Americans found that 63% oppose a bailout, with 36% supporting one. In sports, baseball coach Darren Henderson announced the baseball schedule for 2009. The Bills will start their season in Bakersfield, California, to play Cal State Bakersfield on February 20th. They'll play a doubleheader with Cal State the next day. The Bills will also play UC Santa Barbara on the 22nd of February. The first home game will be March 20th for a 3-game series with Chicago State. They'll also play Missouri on April 1st at Busch Stadium. You can find the full schedule at slubilkins.com. Some of the events happening on campus today: there's a string and guitar quartet at 7:30 p.m. in the Perry Marquette Gallery. Other events happening on campus can be found on sluconnection.com. That's the news for today. I'm Kareem Johnson, and I'll be back here tomorrow with more news. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.